Hey guys, what's up? So we have a new update on Advanced Server and it's patch 1.5.56. First on our list is Johnson. The developers think it's too difficult for enemies to react in time against a speeding Johnson. To give opponents time to react, he will now be visible when in ultimate form, just like this. You can now see him in the mini-map when in ultimate form. I think this is a bit too much for Johnson users. It removes the surprise effect of his ultimate. They can see him rushing through the lane, making it too easy to avoid. I think they should just do a warning icon just like Aldous' ultimate. After the warning, he shouldn't be visible on the map. Anyway, what can Johnson users say about this? Next is the nerf on Esmeralda. They shortened the duration of the immobilize effect on her ultimate, from 1.2 seconds to now 1 second. Next is Brody. On official server, Brody can use his basic attack immediately after using his second skill. You can press the basic attack while his skill animation is still not finished. On advanced server, they removed that feature. He now needs to finish the animation before he can do a basic attack.
A long night.
To make up for this adjustment, they increased the base damage of his ultimate by 40 points.
Feel what I feel.
Next is Sun-shin. They adjusted the nerfs on his passive from last week here on advanced server. Let's compare the skill description on official and advanced. We can see that his first basic attack is now weaker in the early levels. But if we look at his second basic attack, we can see that it's now higher than the official server. This means the nerf on his passive skill is not that bad. Next is Wanwan. They adjusted the nerfs they made on her first skill. The base damage is the same as before. This means only its physical attack scaling is lowered. Another change they made that's not included in the patch notes is her passive skill damage. Last week when she hits a marked target, she deals a fixed value of 50 true damage. Now it's 55 and it can be increased by level. I guess the developers realized that they over-nerfed her. It's still a nerf but it's way better compared to the changes from last week. Next is Bendetta. They increased her ultimate damage to make up for the nerf she received last week. Here is a comparison of her ultimate damage in advanced and official server. Next is the buff on Barats. The developers think his overall ability is lower than expected, so they increased the bonus damage of his first and passive skill. It's good news for Barats users. Next is the buff on Dyrroth. The developers think he is having a hard time fitting in the current meta, so they'll make some adjustments. They increase the heal he gets from his enhanced basic attack, from 40% to now 50 plus 40% damage depth. Next is Silvanna. Now that her basic attacks can trigger her passive skill, they had to nerf its damage. They lowered the magic scaling bonus of her basic attack by 15%. Next is Vale. The developers think there is a big gap in strength between the other versions of his first and second skill. They lowered the cooldown of the increased range version of his first skill. They lowered the magic power bonus of his second skill, and increased the magic power of his second skill, which is the stop on hit version. Next is the buff on Alpha. They lowered the cooldown of his ultimate by a few seconds. At level 3, the cooldown of his ultimate is now at 10 seconds. That's like the cooldown of a normal skill. Next is Bane. They increased the heal and damage of his second skill. Next is Gusion. They fixed the bug where he can get heal when activating his passive skill on a tower. He will no longer be healed if it's used on a tower.
To the hidden blade.
Next is the revamped Argus. They increased the damage of his first and second basic attack from his passive. It now deals the same damage as his normal basic attack. They also lowered the cooldown of his ultimate by 10 seconds at all levels. Next is Beatrix. She no longer benefits from spell vamp stats, but her skills can get heal from lifesteal. They placed her 4th skill besides the recall button, and more damage adjustments on her ultimates. Last one is the new Lithowanderer. It now leaves a patrolling unit when it's killed. This will give your team vision in that area. If the enemy kills it, you can attack the patrolling unit just like this. If there's an enemy nearby, or even if they are in the bush, the patrolling unit will light up. This makes Lithowanderer more precious. Aside from the buff it gives, it will now grant vision in the river area. So what can you say about the new update? Do you like the new patrolling Lithowanderer? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. That's all for this video. Stay safe and thank you for watching.